How good was Zlatan Ibrahimovic at Manchester United? Whether you agree with it or not, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is undoubtedly one of the strongest candidates out there for the third best player of this generation, after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. But why is the Swedish Lion still criticised by the Red Devils for his spell at Manchester United? Zlatan Ibrahimovic can be described as an arrogant, overconfident and egocentric individual. Many people dislike him for his attitude and big mouth, but most of his haters despise him because he is not all talk. The self-proclaimed Lion has proved himself in every major league there is: Serie A, La Liga, the Premier League, Eredivisie, Ligue 1, and MLS. He has gone and conquered each of these leagues. The tall, intriguing figure of Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not only rack up tap-ins on the pitch, but is genuinely one of the most qualitative and talented players of this generation. Although he is considered a warrior by the fans of every club he has ever been to, Zlatan isn't a popular figure amongst the Red Devils. He wasn't even too much of a desired player by the Manchester United fans prior to his arrival at the club. After spending 4 seasons at PSG, where he helped the club win the league title in every season he played for them, Zlatan needed a new challenge. Although he had an impressive goal and assist tally for the French Giants, his haters criticised him for stat padding in the Farmers League against low-rated teams, all while playing in an elite squad. Zlatan was obsessed with proving his haters wrong, so after the end of his contract with PSG in 2016, he started looking for a move to the Premier League, where his haters said that he wouldn't last. At the same time, Manchester United had just appointed Jose Mourinho in an attempt to end their trophy drought. The Reds had only won an FA Cup since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club, and were desperately searching for their knight in shining armour. Mourinho believed that Zlatan had it in him. Manchester United signed the Swedish national team captain on a free in the summer transfer window of 2016. The contract was signed for 1 year, with the option to extend, and included a salary of £200,000 per week. Instead of taking the high road and joining a well-performing English side, he deliberately joined a struggling United team that even failed to qualify for the Champions League, thereby taking on his haters head-on. While he was excited for the challenge, his move wasn't much appreciated by the United fans. Even though he scored plenty of goals the previous season in France, the fans believed that the 34-year-old would not be able to cope with the high intensity of the Premier League. As a result, he wasn't well received and didn't feel welcome at his new club, where even his team's supporters hated him. Instead of succumbing to the pressure, Zlatan's elite warrior mentality helped him use the hate to fuel his determination. In only his first game for the Reds, Zlatan put in a towering header past Kasper Schmeichel to score United's winning goal in a 2-1 victory against Leicester City to grab the FA Community Shield. In his Premier League debut a week later, United's new number 9 found the back of the net yet again with a sublime long-range strike in a 3-1 win against AFC Bournemouth. In his next game, Zlatan was the only name on the score sheet in United's 2-0 win over Southampton, where he scored a first-half header and converted a penalty from the spot. He went goalless in United's next match against Hull City, where Rashford was able to grab an added-time winner. On match day 4, Zlatan was able to find the back of the net again as the Reds lost 2-1 in the derby to Manchester City. Their next game against Watford was a complete disaster, as Man United went on to lose 4-1 in a humiliating defeat, where Rashford grabbed the only goal. However, they bounced back to form in style against title holders Leicester City, as they scored 4 past them at Old Trafford, Zlatan getting none. Manchester United failed to win a single game throughout the entire month of October. They managed to grab a point against Stoke City, Liverpool, and Burnley, while conceding a humiliating 4-0 defeat against Chelsea. Martial's goal against Stoke City in the 1-1 draw was the only goal Manchester United were able to score in the entire month. Zlatan knew that it was time for him to go clutch. In their first November game, which was played against Swansea, Zlatan scored twice to help the Reds grab a 3-1 win. He also made history in that match by scoring the 25,000th goal in the Premier League's history. Unfortunately, he also received his 5th yellow card in the same match and was suspended for United's next game against Arsenal. United's hero was back in the squad for their next game, where he scored an equaliser to rescue them from a 1-0 defeat against West Ham. By this time, Zlatan was already turning his haters into his fans, as he was rapidly turning into a fan favourite and the unexpected hero that the Red Devils were searching for. His December performance further compounded his popularity amongst the United supporters. He started the month with a wonderful goal against Everton in a 1-1 draw. He blanked in the following match against Tottenham, a game which United won. In the next game, Zlatan ended the match as the man of the hour, after scoring a late 88th minute winner against Crystal Palace to make sure that United were able to come back back with all 3 points from Selhurst Park. United's knight in shining armour was on fire at this point, as he scored twice in the following 2-0 win against West Brom, while grabbing another in United's 3-1 win against Sunderland. For his exceptional performances in December, Manchester United's Lion was awarded the Premier League Player of the Month, PFA Fans Premier League Player of the Month, and the Manchester United Player of the Month. Although Zlatan failed to find the back of the net in United's final game of 2016, he continued his excellent goal-scoring form in January. He scored a goal each in the 2-0 win against West Ham and a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. In February, Zlatan decided that it was time to level up his game. He registered his first hat-trick in the red shirt against St Etienne in the Europa League round of 32, where he single-handedly knocked them out of the tournament. In his next game for United, Zlatan made a king-like debut in the FA Cup, coming on as a sub in the 62nd minute and scoring the winner against Blackburn Rovers to help his team qualify for the next round. Just a week later, the Swedish Lion helped United grab their second silverware of the season. He scored a free kick and a header to help United grab a dramatic 3-2 win against Southampton in the EFL Cup final. His only goal in the league in the month of February came against Leicester City in a 3-0 win, where the 35 years and 125 days old striker became the oldest player to score over 15 goals in a single Premier League campaign. He went on to win the Manchester United Player of the Month for a second time in February for his top-tier performances. He also earned the EFL Cup Top Scorer award for the 2016-2017 season and was named in a 6-player shortlist for the PFA Player of the Year award shortly after. However, it was just not written in the stars for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Around mid-April, Manchester United's best player suffered a serious knee cruciate ligament injury in the Europa League quarter-final against Anderlecht, which ruled him out for the rest of the season. Manchester United managed to win the Europa League final against Ajax without their star player. It was Zlatan's third trophy with United in only his first year. Even though he did not appear in any of the games after the quarter-finals due to injury, Zlatan still managed to make it to the UEFA Europa League squad of the season. Zlatan's contract came to an end by the end of the 2016-2017 season. After the extraordinary performances he displayed throughout the season, United were sure that they wanted to re-sign their hero, and so they extended the contract for another year, despite Ibrahimovic still being injured. United's new number 10 for the season finally made his return in November, after spending 7 months in recovery. His return came in a 4-1 win against Newcastle United, where he came on as a substitute. Zlatan also made an appearance against Basel, which made him the first player ever to feature for 7 different clubs in the UEFA Champions League. It took him almost a month since his return to score his first and unfortunately only goal of the season. It was a direct free kick goal against Bristol City in the EFL Cup quarter-finals. However, United ended up losing the match 2-1. Zlatan wasn't the same since his return and couldn't help United win any trophies that year. His terrible performances compelled United to ask the 36-year-old to leave the club. By the end of March, Zlatan agreed to terminate his contract with Manchester United and move to the MLS. Even though Zlatan left the club in a miserable state in his second season, his first season for United will always be appreciated by every true Red Devil. During his first season, Zlatan managed to score a staggering 28 goals and 10 assists in 46 appearances. He was also the only United player that season to reach double figures. He put his name up in Manchester United's history books by being the second player ever to score in the Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, European competition, and Community Shield in a single season. Having such a big mouth proved to be extremely costly for Zlatan. When he failed to perform up to the mark right after coming back from his injury, he always begged for criticism with his big words, but also managed to keep his critics shut with his performances on the pitch. So when he couldn't keep it up, United fans took the opportunity to thrash him and eventually kick him out of the club. His season with Manchester United will go down in the history books as one of the most underrated performances by a player in football history. He was by far United's best player that season, and there is no denying the fact that without him, United wouldn't have won the 3 trophies that they did. In fact, his importance for them can be highlighted by the fact that United hasn't won a single trophy since the 3 pieces of silverware won by Zlatan in 2017. He wasn't received well, and he did not depart well, but during his time in Manchester, he did turn all of his haters into his admirers, and according to Zlatan, he enjoyed making his haters like him. We've reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more football-related content. For more interesting football videos, click the video appearing on the screen now, and I will see you in the next one.